Shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete.
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run. This is Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
319. Jump out. Switch. 319.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Check 24. Check 24.
Inside.
Check.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? Check 3, check 3. Hey, check 24.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Kill. Where are they, team? 26. Motion. 66.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota is going to let this one go deep. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
61. Matchbox, right. Check 43. 1. 51.
Working out of the gun, Mariota binds, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Come to my world. Slam. Yeah. Check 3. 26.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Tight dog. Check. Over.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mariota now. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mike 51, Mike 53.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cook. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Greystone.
To the air again, Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Melvin Gordon there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you? Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers over the middle, complete. That's Wells. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
29 is Mike 29. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
1st down, a run with Cohen. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the 31, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. third down, a run with Cohen. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot us up at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Safety's creeping. One. 3. Out. Check 52. Check. Look. 1. 49. Check 49. 3.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hold.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. This is caught. It's Cooks. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, Mariota. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up.
Mariota on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
3. 22 jet bomber. Check hot route. Hot. 1. Back. 1. Blue dart Porkers. Turn it up. 3. 1. 3. Six guys. Rush in.
Mariota again. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shit. 3. 1. Swiss. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Who do you want?
From the red zone now, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, Mariota again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check 4, check 4.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
No. Slam. Routine slam. Check 50. Check 50. Check nickel. Check. One. Banjo.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Cohen, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Check 52, come on. Come 50. Hey, you block over here. Check. Check. Check 24. Check 24. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A 54-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Check 3, check 3. Where are they, team?
A first down throw for Mariota. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the gun, Mariota. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Throwing. Mariota. Complete. Richardson has it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Melvin Gordon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Get right. Greystone, travel. Check 25.
On 1st down, Rodgers. That is caught by Cohen. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Go, right! Go, right! Go! Go! Shift! Check 9, check 9. Look again.
Now Rodgers. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Single. Hey, quick 26. Check that. Also over here. Check 43.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
At the 6-yard line.
Right! Watch 52. 52's the mic. Man, I got you. Shift! Watch the shift!
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
50! 52's the mic, boy. 52. You. 6-6. Pull it high.
Draw play. Cohen. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Oh, the the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The kick by Lutz is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end. Yeah,
eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Kill. Slam. Quick dash. Orbit. You. One.
Mariota to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Let's go.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Jacksonville, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.